Most people don't realize this, but the internet quietly changed what it means to feel valuable. Now it's not enough to enjoy your life. You also have to display it. And the moment someone stops posting themselves online, people immediately assume something is wrong. No selfies, no photo dumps, no updates proving they're happy. Just silence. And in a world addicted to attention, silence feels suspicious. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Psychology shows that people who rarely post themselves online are often mentally stronger than the people constantly trying to be seen. Not always, but far more often than most people realize. Social media created a generation that slowly confused visibility with self-worth. The more people see you, the more real you feel. That's why so many people unconsciously reach for their phone every few minutes, not because they're busy, because they're searching for reassurance, a notification, a reaction, a tiny signal that reminds them they still matter. And slowly, their emotional state becomes controlled by attention. One good post boosts confidence for hours. One ignored post quietly ruins an entire day. That's how dangerous validation becomes when your brain gets addicted to being perceived. But people who rarely post themselves usually operate differently. Their identity exists privately first, not publicly. They don't need constant evidence from strangers to feel important. And honestly, that level of emotional independence is becoming rare. Because most people today are unintentionally turning their lives into performances. Think about it. People record concerts instead of feeling them, take pictures of food while it gets cold, travel somewhere beautiful, only to spend half the trip editing content for people who aren't even there. The scary thing is, many people don't even know who they are without an audience anymore. And eventually, you stop asking, am I actually happy? You start asking, how does my life look to other people? That shift destroys people psychologically, because appearance slowly becomes more important than experience. People who stay quiet online often realize this earlier than everyone else. They understand something uncomfortable. The internet rewards exposure, not peace. So instead of broadcasting every emotion, every relationship, every achievement, they protect parts of themselves. Not because they're hiding, because some things feel more real when they aren't turned into content. There's also another deeply psychological reason behind this behavior. Studies on self-esteem show that people with stronger internal validation usually seek less external approval, meaning they don't constantly need likes, reactions, or attention to feel emotionally stable. They already feel enough privately. That's real confidence. Not the loud kind, the calm kind. The kind that doesn't need witnesses. Meanwhile, people trapped in validation loops often don't even realize what's happening to them. Every post becomes emotional gambling. Will people like this version of me? Will this get attention? Do I still look attractive? Do people actually care? And when the response feels weak, their self-worth drops with it. That cycle slowly creates anxiety, comparison, overthinking, and emotional exhaustion. Especially in a world where everyone is posting edited highlight reels, pretending to live perfect lives. But people who post less usually see through the illusion. They understand that social media is often less about connection and more about controlled perception. People only upload the winning moments, the attractive angles, the filtered emotions. Nobody posts the loneliness, the insecurity, the identity crisis at 2 a.m. So comparing yourself to social media becomes psychologically dangerous because you're comparing your real life to someone else's performance. And maybe that's why some people slowly disappear from the internet emotionally, not because they're antisocial, because they got tired of performing, tired of turning memories into content, tired of measuring self-worth through engagement, tired of feeling watched all the time. There's a certain peace that comes from living moments nobody else gets access to, a private happiness. And honestly, that kind of happiness feels different, more real. One of the most powerful psychological traits a person can develop is the ability to enjoy something without needing other people to validate it first, to go somewhere beautiful and keep it for yourself, to achieve something meaningful without announcing it, to feel confident without proving it. That's emotional freedom. Some people use social media to express themselves. Others use it to survive emotionally. Most people don't know which one they are. And maybe the strongest people online are the ones you barely notice at all. Because someone who doesn't depend on attention can't easily be controlled by it. You probably clicked on this video because some part of you already feels exhausted by modern social media culture. And honestly, if this video made you uncomfortable, there's probably a reason. So the next time you see someone who never posts themselves online, don't assume they're insecure. Sometimes they're just no longer addicted to being watched. And in today's world, that might be one of the rarest forms of self-awareness left. If you want to understand the hidden psychology behind modern behavior, attention, dopamine, and the human mind, subscribe. Because this channel isn't here to help you escape reality. It's here to help you understand what reality is doing to your mind.